Happy Monday, Thrive Nation. It's Dr. Tiana checking in here. If you're new to our community, I am the CEO of Mended Hope. I'm a coach, mentor, and life strategist helping women increase their resilience and strengthen their walk with God. And so today is Thrive Nation Inspiration. And so I wanted to hop on this Monday and share a little bit about owning your emotions. And I know for many of us, high impact, ambitious, type A personality women, that there is a tendency for us to not always own our emotions. And an example of this is I was working with one of my mentees, and she was explaining to me a situation that had happened that she was not comfortable with. And she said that she was explaining it and said that the person who was on the other side of this encounter, kind of noticed her disposition changed and was like, are you okay? And she said that her kind of gut reaction or knee-jerk reaction was to say, yeah, I'm fine. It's not a big deal, right? But when her and I were talking, she shared details with me that made me realize that it actually was a big deal to her. And so it made me think about how many times I think sometimes we go from one extreme to another, where it's like, to be a strong woman, like you can't be overcome by emotions. You can't, show or express. I think there's this idea that emotion or vulnerability makes you weak. And I think that's just like a cultural thing too, but I think it happens so often with us high achieving women. It's like, I don't have time to be sad. I don't have time to sit and feel sorry for myself because I got things to do, right? I need to get on to the next thing. Life doesn't stop. And my challenge to you this week, because I have been practicing it myself, is to show yourself a little bit more self-compassion and slow down and recognize those moments when your emotions may come to the surface and you are quick to maybe stuff them down or ignore them or bypass them or rush through them without giving them the proper time and space or the proper support to work through those emotions, right? So how many times have you said, oh no, it's not a big deal, I'm fine? And how many times have you stopped to actually check in with yourself and really gauge and be honest about if it wasn't okay and if it hurt your feelings or if it caused you to stumble or doubt yourself or be fearful? Like, it's okay to own those emotions. Like, we are human beings and God has gifted us with an array of emotions, right? And I think that there is a healthy way for us to recognize our emotions and see them for what they are, which in that point, they are indicators, right? I'm a researcher. I'm all about the data. And emotions are indicators. They give us clues that something needs to be worked through, something needs to be acknowledged in order for us to continue in health and in wealth. We have to acknowledge those things. And so my challenge to you this week, Thrive Nation, is to really take inventory. Be a little bit more conscious and mindful about those moments where maybe you feel a little uncomfortable or you feel some kind of way about something and you breeze past it. Because I think that there is power in us owning our emotions and being able to process them in a healthy way, in an appropriate way, and honoring ourselves and allowing that space and time to work through those things. So we all have them. We all have emotions. We all feel a plethora of things in any given day, any given week. There's a million emotions happening, right? But oftentimes we don't give ourselves the love and the nurture and the care that we deserve. So remember that you are God's beloved daughter, and you are beautiful and you are without flaw. And so hold on to that promise and be kind to yourself this week, okay? And let me know in the comments. I see some of you are chatting now, and I look forward to hearing what you are going to do this week, or what your intention is this week for slowing down and making sure that you are being more mindful of your emotions and honoring yourself, because you can move through the emotions. Quick fact, right? Before I log off, I have to share this. Quick fact. I was reading a research paper recently, because I'm a nerd, and it was explaining how physiologically, right? So like in your body, all your senses, right? An emotion only lasts for 90 seconds. 90 seconds. So for those of us who do meditation or any other type of mental wellness exercises, you recognize that 90 seconds is actually, it is a long time. It feels like a really long time. But I say all of that to say that when the emotions come, they can feel overwhelming. They can feel messy and complicated and hard to navigate. And oftentimes when I'm working with clients through Mended Hope, we are spending a lot of time sometimes sorting through those emotions, right? That sometimes seem to overtake us, particularly when life disruption happens, right? And so I thought it would be helpful just to share. It just came to my mind, so I wanted to share that when emotions come, they only physiologically last in your body for 90 seconds. And so one of the practices that I've been practicing in my meditation and mindfulness is not taking those emotions that I feel in my body and in that energy and bringing it up to my head or my mind, where I start attaching meaning or giving context to those emotions, because oftentimes it's not correct, and it's sometimes through the filter of my trauma and my hurt, or maybe a past experience that may not be real or true in this particular moment. So that was an extra caveat that I did not plan on sharing, but I thought it would be helpful for those that are data driven like I am, and think about, what does the research say, and scientifically why this matters. So the next time the feelings come, know that they are only there for 90 seconds. And so really try to practice not taking on every emotion or letting it get to your head and attaching unnecessary meaning to it. Okay? That's the challenge. All right, I'm done for real this time. We'll check in again next Monday for Thrive Nation Inspiration. Love y'all.